For those of you who saw the last video, you'll probably know what this is. This is a cheap Walbro knockoff. I think it's a knockoff. I think it's a Quantum 340 pump. So this should flow plenty of fuel pressure to get Jack Black started. We're gonna mess around with this a little bit. Just had to fix the shift cable so that it wasn't sloppy on the column. Now he's tightening up some wheel bearings, and then I think I'm gonna get started on Jack Black. Going to drop the tank, throw this in, and hopefully that fixes everything that's wrong with this. All hail box. We're right there. Let's just get to work. I really should have used some air tools on that. That kind of sucked. My shoulders are gonna feel that tomorrow. That sucked a little bit, but really wasn't too bad. Now that the tank's out, pop that ring off, pull the whole fuel assembly out, the whole fuel pump assembly. Then we'll start throwing the new pump in, and then it's just completely edit, undo everything I just did. You don't need a hoist, you just need some gumption. Some just good old-fashioned elbow grease and some tissues when you cry from all the rust falling in your eye if you're working on a piece of shit like this. But let's keep going. There's one fuel pump. All right, now that we got the actual sending unit out of the tank, that was a mistake. Light on fire now. We can actually get around to replacing the fuel pump itself. And this actually is the same pump that I put in Goldie Hawn. It is just a Quantum 340. Might as well just go with a Walbro. I got this because I know it works, it was cheap, and I like familiarity sometimes. It comes with basically a bunch of different filters and fittings and a couple different plugs. It's a really simple install once you get to this point. Basically just take that out, put this one in, and you're good to go. And then we'll throw it all back together, and fingers crossed that's the last thing we need before Jack Black's actually running, and maybe in the next video we might actually get to drive it. Fuck, we're right there, man. Alright, new fuel pumps in. Should work fine. Start throwing them back together. Alright, fuel tank's back in it. It took no time flat because he gave me a hand rustling it back up into place. And then I finished just bolting it in, tightening up the lines. He ran to the gas station to get some premium because the tank was pretty low. There was, I don't know, maybe half a gallon in it. As soon as he gets back, we'll put some fuel in it, drop it off the stands. I can do that real quick. And then we should be able to actually fire it up. We'll have to set fuel pressure because that could be, I don't know where that's at right now. But as soon as we got fuel pressure set, got a few gallons of premium in there. I don't remember where we have timing set at, or if we even have tried to set it yet. So we're gonna have to mess around with that a little bit. We're using premium because of timing. We might try to run some pretty good timing, and because it'll be around 11-to-1 compression. So, man, we're right there. We're right on the cusp of greatness. Just need some fuel. Got that good?
That's what they charged him on his car.
$4?
Just to hook it up.
Holy sh!
$80 to tow it. About 8 miles.
Jesus Christ.
$65 a day to store it there when he didn't even know where the hell it was.
Wow. So basically what this is about, that white Lincoln that we've had on the channel a couple times, the dude who owns it broke down like 3 miles away, and he started walking back to his place because he lives just across the street over there. And when he went back to get it, the car was gone, thought it was stolen. Basically a tow company stole it. There's a whole story that goes with that. Honestly, I just don't have the energy to get into.
Yeah.
But nope.
Turn the key on.
Right.
Pump and see what it
Yep. We'll do that. Let it prime a bit.
Didn't plug the wiring back in, didn't it?
Yeah. I'm hearing something like shorting up here. We can try adjusting that thing. It could be closed all the way, I don't know. Huh. Alright, so we went to fire it up, or at least turn the key and build up pressure. Nothing happened. There was a ground issue. Dropped the tank over here, got it all rewired. So let's see what happens. Let's see. Oh yeah. Not seeing any leaks. I can hear it cycling through the regulator, but definitely need to crank it up. Don't try to start it yet. I think we were at about 25 pounds.
We might have to make a gallon rush to put in there.
Yeah, we're at about 52 right now.
Oh, right.
Just below 60. We're at just below 60 PSI, which is what this thing's gonna want. Try it. Woo. You shouldn't need to give it any throttle. Yeah. It tried to. We might have to do like an idle set process on it. I'm gonna go through the instructions real quick, see what we need to do for the idle set, and then we'll pick it up, try and fire it up again. All right, I think we have things set up all right enough.
Man, I gotta put a cap on because I don't have the vacuum going to the... Man.
Oh, so we just have a vacuum leak?
What?
So we just have a vacuum leak?
Yeah.
Well, hopefully that's our problem. Yep, right there. It's an open little port.
I forgot. I'm gonna hook the transmission vacuum line up.
All right, hopefully that's our issue. Ready?
I want to see. Oh, there's some fuel shot in there. No fire.
I think that battery wire to the distributor might have come loose. Because it's not trying anything. Should at least be coughing. Alright, it took a little while. Had the distributor out a couple times unnecessarily, it turns out. The rotor on the distributor, it wore down and it wasn't getting spark. We lost spark even though we had spark. It fired up for a second. But we're all good now. We're starting to get things a little more dialed in. As you can probably tell by some of the smoke, we did actually have it fired up. The thing sounded really good. It doesn't want to idle. That could just be things we don't have set up right. But it was alive. It sounded fucking awesome. I got the idle set screw turned up a little bit, so maybe it'll stay in idle this time. It turns out we did have to use the fuel pump wire. I don't know if like pressure was just dropping off too much where we had it hooked up, or if the ECU didn't think that...
I think when it's on cranking,
it like...
when you first turn it on, it splurges, and then when you crank, it stops the pump.
Right, like I think...
To where that's continuous.
Yeah, where we had it hooked up, it's like when it was cranking, it cut power to where we had the pump hooked up. So we just have a jumper wire running to the supplied fuel pump wire. Let's try to fire it up.
Yeah.
See if it'll idle. Oh. God damn.
Closer to an island.
Yeah, it's gonna take it a little bit to learn, but you could tell it was actually like starting to learn.
Yeah.
It was wanting to idle. Fuck, this thing is loud.
Yeah.
We got a little bit of a coolant leak. That's my fault. I put that fitting in.
Yeah. The bike dope on the hose got enough. The marks are way up here. Like the whole group from where it sits over the thing was way up here on top. The lower I could get it. And when I revved it up, it went even farther.
Yeah. So it's probably at like 20 degrees initial timing.
Pretty much.
We'll play around with the timing some more. But the thing fucking runs. That's awesome. I'm gonna try and fire it up again.
Okay.
I think that's enough excitement for one day. My heart can't take much more. We definitely still have some things to work out, like the AFR's at about 12.3 at idle, and there's some oil underneath. Definitely still have a few things to figure out, but man, it sounded fucking good. Excuse my French. That's definitely gonna do it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. You better have enjoyed it, because this was a long process, a lot of time and work to get here, but it's finally running. Hopefully no more issues. So we'll see you guys next time. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing.